This band brain hack can make introverts smarter than any gifted. Said by a genius Machiavelli, Niccolò. In this video, we are going to explore the band brain hacks, which will make you emotionally strong. The band brain hack. They don't want you to know this, but there's a brain technique so powerful, it's been quietly buried for decades. Not because it's dangerous, but because it has the potential to make introverts smarter than the most gifted geniuses. If you're the type to think more than you speak, or you've ever felt underestimated because of your quiet nature, this is for you. What if I told you that your mind is actually built to do more than just keep up? It can surpass them all. This is not hype. This is a mental system used by the greatest minds in history. And guess what? It's already inside of you. You see, society's view of intelligence has always been skewed. We're told that only the loudest voices, the fastest thinkers, and the most social people are the smartest. But is that really true? And more importantly, can introverts, people who often sit back and observe, actually have an edge? What if I told you the real genius might be hiding in the quiet corners of your brain? Stick with me and I'll show you how you can unlock. You've been told your whole life that intelligence is something you either have or you don't. That some people are born with a gift while the rest of us just have to follow behind, forever catching up. Maybe you've looked at someone who solves problems effortlessly or speaks with impossible clarity and thought, I wish I had a brain like that. And immediately a quiet voice inside whispers, but I wasn't born that smart. Here's the truth. That's a trap. Intelligence is not a fixed trait. It's a system, a process, a way of using your brain that can be learned, trained, and upgraded. Those so-called geniuses didn't always know how to think the way they do now. They just figured out how to think differently. Einstein didn't get his genius from an inherent gift. He learned to think in images, not just equations. Tesla didn't invent the AC motor overnight. He visualized it in his mind for years before the world ever saw it. So don't believe the lie that intelligence is something you're born with. It's a skill, a process you can hone. And guess what? Your introverted mind might just be the perfect vehicle for it. Introverts have an advantage. Introverts, you're perfectly built for this type of thinking. While the world celebrates loud, in-your-face personalities, your brain thrives in the quiet. You're wired for depth, structure, and focus. And once trained, you won't just learn fast. You'll notice things others don't. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself lost in thought for hours, dissecting an idea or a concept, only to realize others might have missed the key insight? Let's face it, school never taught you how to think. It taught you how to memorize, follow orders, and fit in. For introverts, that system was broken. It misunderstood your natural way of processing the world. You weren't slow, you were silent, and that silence was mistaken for weakness. But here's the thing, that silence can be a superpower. Think about the most powerful thinkers in history. They didn't necessarily speak the most, but they had the ability to listen, observe, and reflect deeply. They were introverts who figured out how to make their quiet nature an advantage. You're already set up to be one of the greatest thinkers of all time. You just need to unlock it. School didn't teach you to think. In school, the kids who shouted the answers fastest were the ones who got praise, even if they didn't understand the deeper meaning. Meanwhile, the quiet ones, the thinkers, the questioners, were overlooked. Maybe you've sat quietly in class with a million thoughts racing through your head, only to be told that you're too quiet. Well, here's the ugly truth. This system wasn't designed for thinkers like you. It trained your brain to play small, making you second-guess your ideas and suppress your natural curiosity. But here's the good news. You can unlearn what was taught to you and unlock your true potential. What if I told you that by simply trusting your mind to think deeply, you could outpace those who excel at memorization and speed? It's not about racing to the finish line first. It's about having the deepest, most profound understanding of the world. The hidden hack, hypervisualization. The brain hack you're about to learn is ancient and powerful. It's been used by some of the greatest minds in history, Einstein, Tesla, Da Vinci, but it's been buried because it doesn't fit into the traditional way we're taught to think. It's called hypervisualization. The genius minds we admire didn't just think in words, they thought in images. Imagine Einstein riding on a beam of light, not reading formulas, but feeling the movement of time. Tesla visualized entire machines in his head before building them. This was no coincidence. It was intentional mental simulation. And guess what? You already have this ability. If you've ever been lost in thought, seeing things unfold in your mind before they happen, like a scene from a movie, that's hypervisualization. It's not just daydreaming, it's training your brain to see beyond the surface, to picture solutions and paths others can't even imagine. And you can learn to harness this power. Your inner world is a superpower. Introverts naturally live in vivid inner worlds. Your ability to imagine, reflect, and daydream is not a distraction. It's a doorway to advanced thinking. While others are busy memorizing facts, you're experiencing ideas in your mind like high-definition movies. And here's why this matters. When you visualize an idea rather than memorizing it, you activate more of your brain, making that knowledge stick deeper and faster. This is how you start thinking like a genius, not by remembering facts, but by experiencing them as if they were real. Let me give you an example. When you hear a new idea or concept, don't just passively absorb it. Instead, close your eyes and create a mental picture of that idea. See it, feel it, experience it in your mind. It's a simple exercise that can reshape your thinking. And over time, you'll find that your brain begins to process information in ways that others can't keep up with. The power of focused thinking. Another powerful trait introverts possess is the ability to focus deeply. While the world praises loud multitaskers, true intelligence often comes from quiet, uninterrupted concentration. Your brain thrives in silence. That's where high-level thinking happens. In that quiet space, your focus sharpens. You begin to notice patterns, make connections, and solve problems others miss. It's like dropping into a flow state where time disappears and only the idea remains. Even just 20 to 30 minutes of intentional focus each day can reshape the way your brain works. So if you've been told that multitasking is the key to success, remember, true genius is built by mastering deep focus. And introverts, this is your natural state, your quiet power. In a world that rewards speed, noise, and surface-level opinions, being a deep thinker can feel like a disadvantage. You might feel overwhelmed or disconnected, but let me tell you this. Your sensitivity to the world isn't weakness, it's your strength. The key is learning to protect your mental energy while keeping your clarity intact. You don't need to match the volume of the world to succeed. In fact, your quiet strength allows you to notice what others miss. Silence, solitude, and stillness are tools that sharpen your mind, not things to avoid. And when your mind is trained, it becomes your loudest success. Final call to action. So, here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, pick just one of these methods and apply it consistently. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your thinking sharpens and your confidence grows. You don't need to be gifted to rise above the rest. You just need to activate what's already inside you. If you want to dive deeper into the power of introverted thinking, be sure to hit the subscribe button and share your progress in the comments. This is just the beginning. Imagine what's next when you fully unlock your potential.